question here from Sarah again in the chat.
Mhm.
Since TradersPost and TradingView are cloud-based, does it make sense to run both platforms on a VPS near CME futures? This is that whole thing. People ask me regularly, like the distance. Basically they want to do high frequency trading and they want like this proximity to the exchange,
Right.
but we don't. The cloud services that are happening at the TradingView and TradersPost, you don't have any. The user doesn't have any control of this deciding where that is in proximity to the exchange.
Mhm.
So you wouldn't be able to actually get any advantage here. And plus, they're already on TradersPost and TradingView. It's already happening in the cloud. The user has no control over that.
Right. Yeah, I think in this context, and it is a good question. It kind of reminds me of, even thinking in terms of watching the movie The Hummingbird Project, which had, was it Jesse Eisenberg and Alexander Skarsgård? Great movie. And it's all about the timing factor involved in high frequency trading, where they're using FPGA cards and trying to gain even a 1 millisecond advantage over their competition. And partly what they do is they, plow through this mountain and through the forest in order to lay fiber optic lines to get closer to the exchange. We're so far from that. The best analogy I can say is it's like it would be like for a high frequency trader, they're able to conduct these transactions in sub 10 millisecond space. But in our domain, we're talking about 1 to 2 seconds of timing before it even reaches your broker. And so it's a massive difference in timing there between 10 milliseconds and 2000 milliseconds. So I would not be too worried about the distance or time it takes for these trades to execute. I would be focused more about what kind of strategy I can put together that doesn't need to rely on those timing factors, because you're already so far behind any of the major institutions that trade at that level. We're talking about, it's not even distance to the exchange. They don't even use tools like TradingView. Most of the logic is actually hard written into hardware at that point. The trading conditions are written into the cards themselves.
Right.
So we're playing in a different game here. Those types of considerations are really meant for that type of industry. In our game, we're interested in finding a signal that works consistently, a strategy that's robust, and that trade time should, ideally be in the, at least 30-minute range. Most of my strategies operate in the hour and a half to 4 hour range, where my entry has plenty of time to allow the trade to complete before I actually exit. So I don't have to worry at all about a 2-second entry time and a 2-second exit time.
That's a great point, that we're in a different game here. And I just want to actually bring up, I've been rewatching basically all the trading bot session videos that you've done, interviews you've done with traders on the TradersPost channel. Shout out to that series. It's fantastic. We got to do more, because the tidbits of information you get from the insights and information you get from these speakers they really make you think, and they make you really understand that the game us retail traders are in, we're not in the mining order book information. We're not in the high frequency trading. We're not in the getting the inside scoop over with some employee in some company to see what the CEO is going to like. That's not really the game that almost all retail traders are in. We're in the game of simple strategies that are taking advantage of market trends and risk management. That's what it's really all about. One of my favorite lines from the who was it? Adam Grimes. He says, the list of always true things in trading is very, very small. In fact, it might just be, don't violate your risk management parameters. I just love that. He was like, that's basically it. You remember that, and you're better than 80% of the people who are trading.
Yeah, for sure. Adam Grimes was great. I really enjoyed that interview.